So, what's the story with Steve McQueen? Coach and Steve McQueen?
Steve McQueen, coach. 72 was a big year for the Bear, right? They go out to Munich. They take gold.
The Olympics.
They get robbed by the Russians.
Yeah. 3 times.
3 times. They're the only team that never picked up their medal to this day.
Right.
They're still in Switzerland, right?
Right.
But so he comes home and he's pissed, and he said, "We're not taking no damn second place ribbon medal. We won." Coach Iba, of course, was the coach, and then Coach Haskins was the assistant. So he comes home and he decides to relax, and he decides to go see Elton John.
You're kidding.
No. And I said, "I thought you didn't know who Elton John." I bet he
At the Sun Bowl?
At the Sun Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So he probably even partied or wrote a song for Elton John and the Doors and the Stones, but he don't know them. Okay, so he tells me that he's sitting down, front row, of course, right? And that he says the girl next to him just smelled amazing, and she was beautiful, and that people would keep walking by and like looking and everything, and he's trying to place her. He can't place her, and he's looking, and this guy, her next to her, goes like this: "Hey, get your own girl." It was Steve McQueen, and that was Ali McGraw.
Yeah.
And they're watching Elton John, and I said, "Steve McQueen, Ali McGraw, but Steve McQueen told you get your own girl," and he goes, "Yeah, he was real cocky about it."
Really?
And I said, "Wow." And I said, "Wait a minute, 72, they were filming The Getaway here." And he goes, "That's right, they were filming a movie here." I said, "It was called The Getaway." "I don't know, I never saw it." Again, he probably had writing credits in that movie, because he told me the last movie he ever saw in a theater before Glory Road was Patton.
Wow.
And I said, "Patton? That's 1970. And he goes, "Yeah, it was a great movie." I said, "But you've never seen another movie since Patton till Glory Road?" And we forced them to see this one.
Yeah.
Because we were south of the border when that movie premiere, they did it here. And we had to get back. And Mrs. Haskins kept calling me, "Where are you?" And I'm like, we're on our way. But of all people, Steve McQueen told Coach, they were sitting right next to him, and they're watching Elton John.
Wow. That's crazy. Hand me that picture right there. No, there you go. Thanks. That's Ali McGraw.
I know, I was watching her right now.
Oh, yeah, you saw her?
This was at the film, right?
Yeah, film festival. She's still attractive.
You should have told me, Doug. I would have brought that story up with
That would have been a good one.
But that's what he told me, that Steve McQueen told him, "Hey, bud, it's your own girl." And Coach goes, "It wasn't even that, Beto. I was just thinking, who is she?" Because I think she had just come out in
Love Story.
So she was again, he probably had some writing credits in that movie, but he's never seen that movie either, you know. But I mean, that's the kind of guy he was. Steve McQueen, Ali McGraw, Elton John. What do they have in common with Coach? That.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Not a lot of people know that story, man.
That's a good one.
But they were here filming The Getaway. That's why they were here.
Coach, you ever see the movie?
Which movie?
The Getaway.
Oh, I told you the last movie he said he ever
No,
saw.
I know. So he never saw it, huh?
No,
According to him.
According to him. Now, anything that was John Wayne, because he gave me his whole collection. Again, it was one of those things now in hindsight where you're like, "Beto, I want you to have this." And he gives me all these, they were like all his movies in DVD now. And I was like, "Oh, great." I said, "Wonderful. Thanks, Coach." And he goes, "He's the best." And I was like this, "Hey, he's all right." "What?" I go, "Yeah, he's good. He's really good." But, and I wasn't a John Wayne fan. I was kind of more of a Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef and that. But that's the story of Steve McQueen, Coach, Ali McGraw, and Elton John.
That's a great one. How do you like the concert?
He never even mentioned the concert.
What was he doing there?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. In front row.
At the Sun Bowl.
At the Sun Bowl. One day he tells me we're out there in Fabens. Somebody threw a party for him. And he said, come with me. They made chicharrones there. It was an incredible little party they had. And on the way back, he's on the phone. And we had the big old beautiful trucks with the consoles. And the lady says, here, take this. Take this. So she gives us all these sauces. And we have them on the console, like a table, and then all the chicharron and all that. And fresh. It was delicious. And had a couple Coca-Colas, the whole thing in there. And he goes, you drive. And I'm like, wow, me drive. I said, all right. So I'm driving, and I'm like, man, they smell delicious. And I'm like, and he's on the phone, and I'm going, and he's like, yeah, well, it was, I don't know. God damn it, Beto, put that shit away. And I was like, what's that? He goes, put that away. I said, well, and then he got mad. And then I guess he felt bad. And then he goes, what are you doing tonight? I said, oh, not much. Just take me home. I was telling him, just take me home. And he goes, well, I guess if you're going to be like that, I'll give this ticket to somebody else. I got some front row tickets to see Santini at the Don Haskins Center tonight. I said, Santini? I don't know Santini. I thought it was like a circus. And I go like this, I don't know, don't matter to me. And then he goes like this, well, then I'll just give them away if you don't want them. I said, that's fine. And he goes like this, so you don't want the Santini tickets? And I said, no, I don't know. Who's Santini? Oh, it's Santana.
Yeah.
So he's playing, you see how he, like Dan said, he plays it off, yeah. But he did say Santini, and I didn't click.
You went?
No, I went.
Oh, you went?
Absolutely, I went. He gave me 3 front row tickets, and I took my wife and my sister-in-law, and we were there. Everything was front row.
Yeah.
Holyfield, anybody who came here was front row. I mean, I had.
Tell me the Holyfield story.
I was at the shop, and then I get a phone call, and it was Lester Bedford. He's a Texas promoter for boxing. And then he said, may I speak with Humberto? I said, speaking. And he goes, this is Lester Bedford. I said, I know who you are. I'm a boxing fan. And he goes, oh, nice to meet you. I said, nice to meet you. And then he goes, I heard you're the one who could set us up with a lunch with Don Haskins. I said, sure, yeah, no problem. And he goes, EVander Holyfield's going to be fighting Lou Savarese at the Don Haskins Center. I said, wow. And he said, and I was thinking, but that's like down the road. And he's like, but he's here for media. I said, oh, okay. And he goes, can you set that up? I said, well, let me call Coach. And he goes, tell him EVander's a huge fan. I said, okay. Again, you see all the people. And then I called Coach, and I said, Coach, would you like to meet and take, EVander Holyfield has invited us to lunch. Well, but. And he goes, oh, I'd love to meet him. And I said, don't bring up the ear. And he goes, damn it, Beto, don't tell me what to do. That was the first thing I said, I know, that's what I'm saying. Don't bring up the ear. Oh, don't tell me what to do. I said, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm suggesting don't bring up the ear, Tyson. Well, that was the first thing I was going to. I know what he's going to. And then he goes, yeah, that'd be fine. Let's take him to the Rancher's Grill. And I was like, well, or Elmer's. I said, no, the Rancher's Grill. Because it was either Rancher's Grill or Elmer's. Yeah, I mean, that was great in 55, 65, but not anymore. Dad said, it's a great place. Not really. It was okay. I mean, but they treated us really nice there. And Elmer's, too. I had nothing against them. They loved us. But they came in, and I said, do you know where the Rancher's Grill is? And he goes, no. I said, well, it's easy to find. It's on the corner of Mesa and off the freeway. And he goes, okay, we'll meet you guys there. We went. It was Ronnie Shields, the trainer. EVander. He had an entourage, man. He had like 6 people. They had to put like 3 tables together. It was kind of...
Wow.
It was very cool. But it was Coach, EVander, me, Lester. It was amazing. He was gentleman. EVander was a gentleman.
Really?
I mean, huge Coach fan. He was bringing back stuff like, oh, Coach, I was following you and I was rooting for Texas Western, and you're kind of like, wow. Well, you know, civil rights. I mean, a lot of people, Coach told me, were sending them letters and stuff. Malcolm X.
Wow.
Bill Cosby.
Wow.
Well, Bill Cosby supposedly, something about a surgery. It was something about a surgery, and Bill Cosby said, I'll pick up the tab. Yeah. But I mean, those were I guess, you know, Jim Brown. He was, I mean, I don't, what Coach did, I mean, I can't, Michael Jordan.
So Coach loved football.
He loved football. I forgot to tell you, he told me he wasn't a good basketball player. He worked on it. And then he said at Enid in the gym, half of it was the prom, and then put a curtain. And then he said there'd be some idiot shooting baskets on the other end. And that was him.
Really?
Because he just practiced and practiced. And his dad made a basketball. They didn't have money, so he made a peach basket. And it was a peach basket, but he goes, it's much smaller than a rim of a basketball rim. So the dad put it up on the barn, and that's why he never missed free throws, because it was a lot smaller. So he became...
Steve told me he made 250 in a row or 500 in a row 2 or 3 times in his life.
That's how he used to bring recruits here.
Yeah. He had Steve told me he had an envelope on the ground. He said, I'll shoot you free throws for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's how he got some recruits here.
Yeah.
I think... well, my neighbor was Mr. Greg Ramsey, I told you, and he had a basketball court out there, and he was part of the 40.
Yeah.
The first ones ever. He was amazing. So me and Diego would shoot there all the time, and then Mr. Ramsey said, man, you got a nice shot. I said, that's all I got, you know, because I could shoot. And then Coach pulls up. Of course, he pulls up. I could see him driving. I probably made 40 free throws in a row before he just came up that quarter mile up the street. And then he pulls up and he goes, that's some nice form you got there. And then I said, hey, Coach. He goes, how many can you make? I said, well, my record's like 120. Oh, come on. And then Greg says, oh, I think it is. It was something like that, but that was a long time ago. And then he goes, let me see you make 10 in a row.
You do it?
Yeah. And then he was like, damn, Beto. And then my son Diego was like this, he can shoot, Coach. And he goes like this, damn, I could have used you in the 70s. He goes, we were real thin back then. So that was, but yeah, you know, I know you balled, and so yeah, it was cool. We play in the streets a lot. We pick a lot of pickup games at Ponder, Cielo Vista. We kept the court for all day. We did good. We did good. The guys in the neighborhood played good ball.
Did they do it anymore?
No.
They don't.
Well, remember I told you that when we used to play in the streets, and he used to come and park in the crossing.
Yeah.
And we'd be yelling car, and I'd be him. And then he'd park in the end zone, of course, and you're like, Coach, what are you doing? But no, I don't think kids play anything anymore. They play with their phones. They play with the games. They don't have no social skills. They can't throw a ball, but they can start World War IV with their iPhone.
Right.
But I think they've lost their soul. I don't know. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.